Hey everyone, how's it going? Tina, I'm actually looking at your website. So, how about I start with you tonight?
Work.
Yeah.
I was pulling mine up just to have it ready.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love it. You already got one sale and only like 70 clicks in one sale. That's awesome.
How that is?
Yeah,
Well,
how much have you how much is your course?
it's 47.
Okay.
I had
That's
70
that's really good.
clicks. I had 70 clicks, but only one purchased.
That's
But
that's that's that's
long,
perfectly normal. How much have you spent on ads?
over $500 in 3 days because the person that was helping me wanted me to do $150 each day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's take a
it was
look.
like,
Let's take a look at your ads. Okay. Yeah.
okay, so, well, maybe I'm headed the wrong way and I'll keep doing your training and then restart it. But I want a lot less money spent on.
Yeah, absolutely. And just so everyone knows, like whenever you test a new offer, a lot of times I always tell my clients, always put in your testing budget what you're okay with never getting back, because especially with a new offer, you don't know how the market's going to react to it. Are you selling this offer also organically, or is this like the only way that you're selling this right now?
Occasionally, I will post it in a Facebook group, but um, it wasn't until recently until I got my long copy done. Um, so now I need to do a short copy because I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. No, let's say let that you're doing good. Trust me. Like I don't know if you've heard of Jolie Stowen. Like she has a program, and usually I follow her method as far as like testing low ticket offers, like a self liquid. Is this a self liquidating offer? Like you have something on the back end, right? That it's not just a $47 course you're selling. I'm assuming you're selling CPA services.
Yeah, I do have an hour service option and prepaid tax services along with it.
Okay, cool. I've got two agency clients that do exactly that are CPAs that have like very similar offers. So I'm very familiar with like
Oh,
that.
good. Then you can give me real feedback and
Yeah, absolutely. And I will just say this, like my one of my CPAs, like he literally to acquire a $7 customer will spend like $65 for that $7 like that
wow.
$7 spend, just because his back end, he knows that if he can convert someone at $7 front end, he's
Yeah.
got a system in place to convert them on the back. Let's take a look at your ads and see what you've been doing.
Um, I forgot about pulling up the ad.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so like
I
Julie Stowen, like someone, I don't know if you guys have heard Julie Stowen. So basically her program is called like Funnel Gorgeous, and I follow her testing strategy, and she will tell people to spend $1,000 in 72 hours in 3 days, and you want at least like one person out of every 100 clicks to buy, and that's how you can kind of prove your offer and then optimize from
uh,
there. Just so you know the process, you're on the right track, Tina. You're not far off. Now we just need to let's look at the numbers and see what's working and what's not.
um, well, one thing I didn't know about was the pixels that we weren't tracking them in Facebook. I had to go Kajabi and manually do that. I'm trying to remember where I need to go now for the reports.
Yeah, no worries. Just go into Ads Manager. If you want to share your screen, I could walk you through it.
Okay. I didn't go to the right place.
Yeah, no worries. Got a very small group tonight.
Yeah, my internet's running slow.
I can tell. That's okay. I know your pain. We've just had like 3 hurricanes in the last 6 weeks. Internet has been my pain for like 6 weeks now.
Oh no. Okay.
There we go.
So I think I'm grabbing the wrong audiences. So
Okay.
you'll see that I grabbed Dave Ramsey's audience. And now,
Yep, I use him a lot for some of my CPA clients. So tell me, who is your ideal audience?
well, the reason why I did this was because I get a lot of startups and they cannot pay the fees that I need to have. So I thought instead of me, I repeat the same answers for the startups.
So you specifically work with startup companies?
Not specifically. I got quite a few clients. I have a doctor client. I have construction clients. I'm all over the board because that's what comes to me.
Does it seem like you're more kind of like a small business, localized business kind of CPA?
Well, I've gone national now, so I'm gathering.
What I meant like more helping like local businesses. Like for instance, like both of my CPA clients specialize. Like one of my CPAs specializes in entrepreneur type clients, and another one of my CPA clients specializes in just dentists.
Yeah, I try to niche down, but it always seems like somebody else pops up. I do get a lot of startups, and then it's
Okay.
tax preparation, but I do a lot of proactive tax planning, which means we do a tax plan, and they have to make
Okay.
at least $50,000 in their business.
Okay.
I also do tax resolution services.
Because I will say this, like one of the things that attracted to my own personal CPA was because he specifically dealt with people who were new to the entrepreneurship world. And
Yeah,
so I knew that he was going to know the exact problems I was having and everything like that. So that's why it's always good to like at least have some type of like specialty that of who you work with, because then whenever you start to do your marketing, you can put out messaging that specifically talks to that specific audience.
well, I'm hoping that I thought the startups would
Mm-hmm.
onto this
No,
quick.
that's a great audience. That's a great audience. Startups are, because
Yeah,
startups
I
are
think-
the worst at putting all that stuff that they need together when it comes to taxes.
yeah, I also have a Facebook group too, but
Mm-hmm.
that it's kind of like a dead zone. When COVID hit, it's like, I don't have time for this. Tax season really has been tax season for the last 10 months for me. A lot
Okay.
of tax returns came in. I'm really good at that. That's why I'm hoping to get the small businesses their tax return. So that's where I'm starting with, and then build up more for the higher dollar clientele.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Let's take a look at the ad that you
oh,
are running.
O'Leary was another one. And
Okay.
QuickBooks and bookkeeping was my audiences.
Okay.
And
So let's take a look. If you can toggle, you see where it says performance and where it says columns.
yes,
If you can toggle that to performance and clicks. So click that performance and then toggle it down to performance and clicks at the bottom. I'll show you how to know whether or not your ad is performing well.
what am I clicking at the bottom?
Performance and clicks.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh, there you go. So I'm not seeing any purchases. When was the last time that you had a purchase?
It was in September.
Okay. Not a problem. Let's take a look at what's going on. Can you scroll it to the right, or have you turned your ads off since then?
Yeah, I have turned it off.
Okay. Can you toggle that to lifetime then at the top for the
Oh, my internet's not responding. That's why. Lifetime.
Yep. Go back to where you were. Yep. And just click lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay, cool. Scroll to the right. Can you X that thing out at the top so that we can see more of the, there you go. Yep, X that out. And let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, your cost per link click is super, super high. And okay, here's some good news and some bad news. Which one do you want first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say good job on getting people's attention, because you see this where it says CTR all.
Yeah.
So this is how you know how to troubleshoot your funnel or your offer. Okay.
Oh,
So every time that I'm looking at whether I'm trying to decide whether or not it's the Facebook ad or the offer, here's how you know this. So you see where it says the CTR all? We want that to be 3% or more. The 2.31 could be better, yes, but it's close. It's in the vicinity of the 3%. That's probably the worst performing. Dave Ramsey is actually performing worse for you as far as getting people to stop the scroll. So if that CTR all is 3% or more, that means good. You got your audience to stop the scroll. If it's less than 3%, which one of your which the Intuit is fine. I'm okay with the 2.82. That's fine. But the 2.31 Dave Ramsey, his audience is either off or your creative's not getting their attention. But here's the thing. Your creative's getting other people's attention with other similar interests. So it's probably that Dave Ramsey's audience is probably just not a good fit for this. So CTR all means either your audience is off or your creative's off. Your creative seems to be working for all of your audiences except one, right? So that gives me an indicator that your creative is good. Now, here's where the problem is, and this is how you know what's wrong in your funnel. The CTR link click-through, we want that to be 1% at least. So what's wrong with this is your ad copy isn't getting enough people to click through, which makes sense, right? Because your cost per click is really high. So if you can improve your copy, you're going to get more people to click through, therefore bringing more purchases, which you've already had that one purchase. So what I would work on is improving your ad copy at this point.
okay. Oh, wow. Because I was going to struggle with the landing page.
You're not getting enough people to click over to even determine whether your landing page is a problem. You've already got like, you know, one purchase.
Right.
It's not bad.
Is the Intuit.
Yep. And scroll to the, yeah, you got a 0.24 return, but you know what? You got to, it's normal to have to be in the red when you're just first starting testing. But the good news is you got a sale. Now we know, okay, let's improve our ad copy. Now my next question for you is, are you using the same ad creative and ad copy throughout all of these ads? Is it just one, or do you have several?
The only thing we changed was an image.
Okay, so here's my thing. Whenever I tell people, like, so inside my office, you guys have probably seen, I've got a basketball hoop, right? Let's say I threw you the ball, Tina, and I was like, Tina, here's the ball. I will give you $1,000 for every time you make that basket. Are you only going to shoot one time, or are you going to shoot multiple times?
Multiple.
Okay, so this is where a lot of people go wrong when it comes to Facebook ads. Here's the harsh reality. 9 ads out of 10 are going to fail.
Okay.
And so most of the time, people aren't being successful with Facebook advertising because they don't have enough angles and they don't have enough creatives out there. One creative is not going to be enough, right? If I only gave you the ball one time to make $1,000, to make $1,000, you have a 50-50 shot of it's either gonna make it or you're either gonna miss it, right? But you're gonna want to take as many shots as humanly possible to hit that $1,000. And so it's very similar with Facebook ads. We want to put out as many angles and creatives out there so that one out of the 10 are gonna make it. Like every single week for my $7 offer, I am putting out 4 to 5 new creatives every single week. I'm killing the ones that aren't working and I'm scaling the ones that do.
Okay.
But a lot of my creatives that I put out there, they don't work.
This was the long version. So I'm wondering if the long version is too long.
So here's the problem with this. What problem are you solving? Like that first, so here's something that I use with my CPA clients, especially like clients who are offering some type of service or they're offering like some type of training to help clients get that one step further. We have to figure out, like, it's like, if I could give you a way to do blank without you having to blank and blank so that you could desired result, would you take me up on that offer? That is like called a power offer. And so what this copy is missing right here is talking like, Yeah, does your bookkeeping cost you more than you want to pay? I don't know what that means. Like how much should should bookkeeping cost, right? But if you said something like, what if I handed you all of the keys to the kingdom when it comes to creating bookkeeping for your business? I'm just making this up at the top of my head. This is not going to be good. But you get where I'm going with this, like where you can have a step-by-step plan on how to, one, set yourself up for success when it comes to ads without having to spend 10 hours in QuickBooks a day, without having to hire an expensive CPA, without having to, plus, and your business will be good to go when it comes to taxes. Would you take me up on that offer? Right? Something like that. Like that's really rough. But you get where I'm going with that. Like, it's like, what is that specific problem that your course is going to solve, right? Like,
yeah, I was thinking I was covering it here, but I guess that's not really.
You're not getting enough people to get there. That first line has to be like absolutely
Okay.
that first line. So the whole point of that first line, you need people to say yes to that first line. Yes, I need this.
Okay. And that's where I struggle. I've always struggled. So
yep.
Having this, what I already had created, was the best thing I've done.
Yeah. And so, especially because you're saying attention small business owners, that doesn't like, I don't really consider, like, even though I am a small business owner, I don't really consider myself a small business owner. So I think when you say small business owner, you're leaving it so broad that a lot of people are like, they don't know if it's for them or not.
What about newbie entrepreneurs or newbie?
Yep. Attention startups, what if I could give you an exact path to getting your taxes right without spending, hours a week on QuickBooks, without having to pay thousands of dollars to a CPA, and you could get everything that you needed for your business in order? Would you take me up on that offer? Something like that. Like that's kind of garbage what I just said, but you can at least like kind of.
I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
And that's all. Like, I'm sure the rest of your copy is fine. It's just getting them to the rest of the copy to read.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just reading the rest of your stuff.
What?
I said, sorry, I'm reading the rest of I was reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got it. You got it right. You had your humble brag in there. Yeah, like what you said, like an automated process. I love that. Like you're literally designing an automated process that they can plug and play for their business, right?
Right.
That's your hook is hidden back there. Hey, startups, what if I offered you a plug and play system to where you never have to worry about whether you're doing your taxes right, whether you are doing, whether you are categorized as the right type of business, without you having to do X, Y, and Z, right? All of this stuff is really, really important. I don't want to, without having to read reports, without having like all of this stuff that you're putting down there, like what if I told you that you could do this without having to do blank and blank so that your business could do blank, right? A very simple framework. You have all the good makings of a good ad copy in this copy right here. You're just burying it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think so. So you're thinking read the reports isn't a good one?
No, I love that. Without having to spend hours on reports, without having to, figure out QuickBooks, without having to, blah, blah, whatever it is that they hate doing. What is it that startups hate doing? And what is your course automating for them?
Yeah, it's QuickBooks Online right now.
Yep.
So what about these emojis?
I think they're fine. I think honestly your copy's fine. I think it's just crafting that perfect 1 to 2 sentence power offer at the top.
Okay. Yeah, I would have worked on the wrong thing to straighten it out.
Yeah, no. You're off to a good start. You already got a sale. Trust me. You're in better shape than a lot of people who are just starting Facebook advertising.
Yeah, and thanks to Nick for doing it, sharing the interview on you.
Oh, you came from Nick?
Yeah, I worked with last year, and I'm in their I guess you call their mastermind group.
Are you in the Profit Flywheel?
Yeah, where Dan and Nick work together.
Dan's actually my CPA. He's actually my CPA. So, and I run Dan's ads for him. So, yeah.
Oh, so I was wondering where he was getting all his new clients. Yeah, they're
Dan is amazing.
Clients. So I've gotten quite a few from Washington.
I used to live in Seattle. Yep. But I only know Dan from Nick. I'm in Nick's mastermind called The Network. And it is literally changed my business. If you ever have an opportunity, and anyone here, if you guys ever want the opportunity to sit in on one of our mastermind events, let me know. It's 6x my monthly income just being in the network. Nick is when I say that Nick is like a freaking genius when it comes to business, and he's not an internet marketer. That's the beauty of it. Nick is not an internet marketer. And I think that's what my business needed, was someone outside of the internet marketing space to really take a look at it. Because every other person was telling me the $7 group is never going to work. All your low ticket stuff is only going to devalue you. I've made so much more selling low ticket than I ever have selling high ticket.
That's where I think you really caught my attention, because you're doing something that nobody else is doing. And that's kind of what I'm doing, because I was told I need to be charging $2,500 for this. I said, no, I don't. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You're doing good.
Okay. Yeah, I had doubts what I was doing. Well, my daughter helps.
Like I said, with Dan, we're paying between $50 to $60 to acquire a $7 client, just because his funnel on the other end converts so well. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me know how if you want me to ever look at ad copy or something, just put it in, the 10 on T post that I do, on 10 on Tuesday, 10 on Thursday.
Yeah.
And do me a favor, make it editable. And I'll always go and I'll make some little notes for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Anything else you need? You filled out a form, and you're the only one on the call that filled out a form, so you can have all the time you need.
How do I make it editable?
Yeah, with a Google, so just post it in Google Docs, and then just make the however you share it editable. And yeah, I'll go in and make some notes for you on the 10 on these.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. I'm really good at ad copy, so.
I really struggled with at first grasping all the different things you were doing.
Just take one thing at a time. I know. So I put so much information in the $7 group. Nick actually told me, he's like, you need to take away some of the information. He's like, you're overwhelming people. And I'm like, I know, but I feel like they need to know.
It was the understanding the Tuesdays to Thursday, and then this call.
Yeah, we had to do that because people were posting random questions in the group, and I get tagged in over 400 things a day now, and there was just no way for me to keep track. And so my team was like, can we just make 2 designated posts a week to where everyone puts their questions under one place, so that you can easily just, because I feel bad whenever I miss people's questions. And so my team was like, why don't we do this? Because I took Stu McLaren's Tribe program, and he does this 10 on 10 on today or something, I forget what it's called, but every single day during the program he would answer 10 questions. 10 and 10 is what he called it, hashtag 10 on 10. And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna steal that. And then my team was like, why don't you do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays? We could call it the 10 on T. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So I know Tina is the only one that filled out a form. for me to look at anything. But does anyone have like any quick I can take a couple of quick questions here.
Hey Laurel, it's Erica. I just wanted to update you real quick.
I was like, who's Rolo?
It's because I'm on my boyfriend's computer because he's on mine, and that's why I don't have my camera.
Oh, yeah, what's up, Erica? So yeah, Erica, what you got?
All right, so only one of my ones that I put in earlier, like, is out of draft for some reason. One is active, and the others are in draft still. I don't know why, but I just wanted to tell you.
You probably just need to publish them.
They're all published. They were all published since this morning.
But if it still says in draft, that means that they haven't been published. You want to share your?
Oh wait.
You know.
Hold on, I might be lying. Oh yeah, they're all active now. I am lying. All right, but I will share my screen.
Absolutely.
One of
Erica just didn't get enough of me today. She had me earlier for the premium call, and
one of my. Can I share my screen?
Absolutely.
Let's see. I got a message from one. That was what I was sharing with you. My big excitement for the day.
I see 2 of them are in draft.
No. Those are like old ones. I don't know why they're on the top. Can I move them somehow? Like, why are they the top ones?
You could always discard drafts unless you want to keep them.
Oh, yeah. How do I do that?
You see at the top where it says discard drafts.
Oh, yeah. Discard.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. That was driving me crazy. All right, so look, one message.
Hey, that's awesome.
I'm so excited. Okay, so he texted me,
she literally just launched these messenger ads. So she's doing a little bit different strategy. So you know that like audience building strategy I teach you guys in phase 4. She's testing it with doing the power content, and then at the end having a soft sell to just have a conversation in Messenger. So it's really cool. So we're testing that, and she's already got one message. That's awesome.
But what's actually funny about the whole thing is I'm targeting Spanish speakers, and I cannot figure out how to get the subtitles app. I was on right after we hung up with our call. I got on with Facebook for like an hour, and they couldn't figure it out either. So I guess they were sending it to their text. I thought about you, and I thought, I wonder if I should get on and see if the next person can figure it out. Does that ever happen? But they were like,
they know that they're helping. They will get back to you. Like I was unfortunately on with Facebook ad support earlier. So.
Oh, I want it.
Oh, yeah. And you're only paying 38 cents for that message. That's awesome. Look at that. 42. You've spent 42 cents and you've already got a message.
Hold on, let me show you that. Well, that's the back end, because the first, the main one that it goes from is that audience building one. That's the $10 one. Uh-huh. And that was the one that I was running without them having anywhere to go. And
that's okay though. It's still doing good because you're using it as a seed video. It's good.
Exactly.
It's value video. It's fine.
So that one I've spent $36.70. This says I've spent $1.55. Wonder where the rest of that is.
Yeah.
Wonder where the rest of that $1.55 was.
What do you mean?
Weird. On this screen it says I spent $1.55, and on the other one there's only one, and it said 36.
Because you're at the campaign level. So if you go to the ad set level, it'll show you all the stuff that's underneath there. Then 38. See how that one ad set is getting 38 cents. But on the campaign level, it's just taking the average of all of the ad spend.
Oh, I see. Yeah. It's so fun to look at it. And then I looked at this one. So the main one again, and I was like, oh my God, they're only playing 7 seconds of my message. But yep. That's not the important part right there, right?
You obviously got their attention.
Because then I went to the video engagement, and that's where it looks better.
Yeah, you're hitting the KPI of $2. You want $1 per 100% video view, so you're a little bit below that. It's good.
Where are you looking?
You see where it says video plays at 100%? Uh-huh. You've gotten 2 video plays at 100% for under $2, right? Because we want $1 per 100% video view.
Oh, okay. So $1.55 for 2.
Yeah, you're at like 75 cents or something for 100% video view, which is good. go to the ad set level and you'll be able to see which videos are responsible for that.
And this one is still okay, right? $36, 530.
Heck yeah, look at that shit. 530, 100% video views. My clients would be so jealous of you right now. 530 video plays. Remember, the KPI for that is $1. So essentially, the KPI, that should cost you $530, but it's only costing you 36. That's amazing.
Yeah, I calculated it was like 6 cents or 7 cents or something. But what's funny about it is I can't understand why they're watching the whole thing because it's in English. But there's no way they can understand it. I mean, Facebook doesn't add automatic subtitles, do they?
It does to my live videos. Like I've noticed that lately is that like if I go live, it's automatically adding subtitles. So I don't know, maybe it is.
So that's the only thing I can think of is that maybe, and I asked the lady, but I think she was a little bit clueless. And I asked her, I'm like, well, is
that's my
Facebook
experience with a lot of Facebook chat support.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I can think of is it's sort of crazy that 530 people sat through 100% of my videos if they didn't understand what I was saying.
Or maybe they sort of understood. I don't know. Or maybe you're just pretty to look at. I don't know.
Nope, that's not it. That's not going to help me at all. All right, what did you say? Go to this one and look at what? The ad?
So go to let's see. Go to the ad set level first though. Let's go back to the campaign level.
Uh-huh.
And uncheck the second one. Yep, there you go. Then go to the ad set level, then we could see which video they're watching. Oh, there's two of them that they're equally watching. I'm not even gonna pretend to be able to pronounce that. Look, they're hitting your KPIs though. Look, you're getting one video play for 47 cents, and then one other 100% video for 42 cents. That's good.
Okay, so just so we all
and remember these are people that have already watched at least 25% of your first video.
Right. So those we want to be under
as long as
it's $1.
Yeah, we typically want, with the second tier, we typically want to pay less than $1, right? Because at top of funnel, we want to pay $1 for every, 100% video view because it's cold, right? As we get warmer, we want those numbers to improve, which they have because right here you're paying you're paying 47 cents, but sometimes you're going to pay a little bit more because you're paying so much less at the top, like 6 cents. That's like unreal. So
maybe I'm reading this wrong, but this looks like 6 people like even tried to watch them out of 228, and only one watched more than 25%. That doesn't sound that great.
Well, it depends. You have 6 people that have watched 25% as a whole, but you have to remember you've only spent $1.75 on 4 videos. You've only spent 50 cents. We don't have enough data yet to even include anything.
Right. Totally agree. So fun. I cannot wait to watch it over the weekend. I'll be psychotic. I will not text you. I'm going to let it run until Monday.
That's okay. You're in my premium program. You are entitled to text me.
No, I keep watching the numbers and I'm like, okay, but it doesn't count until it's over 2,000, right?
Yep. That's usually, I don't start making any judgment calls until I've had at least 2,000.
And that's per video, not total.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So fun. Thank you.
You are very welcome. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, nothing exciting. I have water right now.
Oh.
I just worked out because I couldn't do it earlier.
I work out first thing in the morning with Jay. Do you guys know Jay Jackson in the $7 group? He's amazing. I get him to train me every morning at like 7:30. Anyway, I digress. I know Heather. Heather, what's up? What you got? That's a nice shirt That's a nice shirt you got. I like it.
It's a nice what?
Should I mute myself?
I like it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I am newer to your membership, and I have not gone through. Thank you. I haven't really gone through any of the trainings yet, but I'm not new to Facebook ads. So I have had lots of training, and I'm sure, as you know, there's lots of different rules that different trainers have. And so I have a membership for real estate agents.
Yay.
That's $97 a month. And I was wondering where the best place would be. Like, point me in the direction that I should go. Well, I guess let me back up a little bit. Would you recommend running conversion ads?
Yes.
And if so, how much? Okay. So, one of the coaches had taught, no, don't run conversion ads until you've had at least 50 sales on your pixel. So,
Yeah, that's a myth. I mean, I hate to say it's a myth. I don't want to say it's a myth. I don't want to discount
probably.
anyone. In my experience, Facebook will always pop up that little thing. This ad might get 0 conversions, blah, blah, blah. I will say this with every single ad account. Like, I've always ran conversions now, because how much is your membership? You said how much?
$97 a month.
Okay, so it's $97 a month. You can run ads straight up to this. So this is the strategy I would take with you. And this is something that I do for $97 offers all the time. And it's the same strategy I use for my $7. Like, honestly, $7 and $97, depending on the industry, not much difference. And so what I would do is I would run straight up ads, like straight for the sale for $97. People who are not, they hit the sales page, but they don't buy, I send them to power content, but I also send them to a retargeting sequence, so that it's kind of like a Frank Kern effect. So I call it the Hot 7. It's basically a Hot 7 retargeting sequence. So if they hit the sales page, the first thing they get is a reminder video. Hey, I saw you were checking out my program. I get it. You're skeptical, blah, blah, blah. And then I also hit them with some more testimonials, some case studies, some more educational content. All of them it's driving them straight back to the sign up page. But also, in addition to that, I'm sending them power content, and it's nothing but value. There's no calls to action. It's just like, hey, blah, blah, blah. So they're getting high value content and retargeting sales content at the same time.
Okay.
But I'm sending people straight to that sales page off the top.
Okay. So then my continuation of the question that I backed up from is, where would you point me in your membership to, brush up on those tactics? Because especially I've not heard of power content before. I'm sure I understand what it is, but
yeah. So power content, I typically do like 3 to 5 minute videos, and that's what we were just looking at with Erica. It's just 3 to 5 minute videos that offer nothing but value. Sometimes in my power content, like, I'll ask people to drop a line below and I'll give them some kind of freebie, but I do not have an opt-in on that freebie. Like, I'm just sending them to a landing page that has a pixel so that I can I call it, like, Frank Kern calls it the invisible list. Yep. And so I'm consistently just like going live and like saying, hey, you guys want the cheat sheet to this? Drop me a line below. And then I just simply go and I comment, hey, it's going to be in Messenger, and I send it to Messenger, and I send them to a page that's pixeled. That also has an upsell to the next part of my my process. So you can see kind of how I do that. So you can see how I do it organically in the phase 1, which is the organic marketing sprint, but the power content, the paid, is in phase 4.
Okay.
But it all starts with a conversion ad, right? And you know how to run a conversion ad. So, but here's the thing, another thing. Every single week I'm doing 4 to 5 different ads, angles, that point to my $7 offer, and I'm switching out the ones that are getting conversions from the ones that aren't.
Okay. And then what would you expect for the cost of sale for a $97 offer?
I would want to at least break even, right? Because it's residual.
Okay. Okay.
But do you know what your value per member is?
Yeah, but it is, like, the membership's 3 years old. I haven't done a very good job of selling it. It's just been on autopilot with people who signed up at $20, $37, $47. And I just recently ramped it up and made it $97. So I actually don't have any sales at that level. So I don't necessarily know.
That's okay. So your value per member per se, just to give you an idea. So every one of you guys are worth $369 for me.
Okay.
Each $7 member is worth $300. How I get that? Total revenue divided by the number of members in my thing, right? Because my $7 offer ascends people to my premium, and then ultimately ascends people to some of my other offers, right? And so I take the amount of revenue from this list, right, of people who come from my $7 group, total revenue divided by however many members I've had. That's how I get the value per member. So now I know I can spend a shit ton of money to get a $7 member and still be profitable.
But you only include $7 revenue, not $7 plus premium revenue.
But you want to, because that's how you get your value per member.
Oh, well, turns out I don't actually have premium revenue at the moment anyway. So I was just curious how you were doing yours. So that's interesting.
Yeah. So basically you take your total revenue, right? Because
Yeah.
you have to calculate
for
the entire
funnel. Okay.
Yep, entire funnel. And so like let's just pretend like my entire funnel has like $500 in it.
Okay.
But not every $7 member is going to go and buy the whole $500. But
Right.
if I take the average of total revenue from my funnel divided by the amount of people inside my funnel, I get the average value per lead.
Okay, that's
it's the very same thing for people who have like when you're running a webinar, you want to know your value per lead, because like if you know the value per lead on your list, then you know, okay, I can spend X amount of dollars to acquire a lead and it's going to be still profitable on the back end. So
Okay.
that's the one thing that I would invite you to try to figure out is like, okay, all of these people are in my thing. Did they ever buy anything else? If they did, divide, because then you'll know like, okay, you know what, you could probably spend like $200 to acquire a $97 lead and still be profitable. But until you know that number, you don't know.
Right. And the number that I have is like configured by MemberPress, who protects my website. So I don't know it off the top of my head. It's probably like around $200, but it's with lower prices.
So my rule of thumb, yep. So if I didn't have any benchmarks for you, Heather, I would probably start with, as long as I can acquire a member to break even on the first payment, I would be good.
Okay.
That would be a good benchmark until you have those other numbers. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes. Okay. Awesome. And then,
Yeah.
So I also don't need to have a zillion ads like you do. Like, just give me permission to not have everything today and start with the conversion ad.
Oh my gosh. No, you don't have to have a zillion ads. So here's the thing. Like if you go into retargeting mastery,
Yep.
I show you guys something that's like, I call it the ATM strategy. And this is the first 2 ads I ever do for anyone who comes into my agency. They're 2 ads. One is a reminder video reminding people, hey, I saw you visited my offer. You didn't take it up. You know, I know you're skeptical, blah, 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 right? Second one, testimonial carousel. The 2 cheapest ads that are the most profitable. I've got one client who literally spends $3 a day on these 2 ads each and brings in an extra 20 to 30,000. It fluctuates every single month on a freaking $2 and $3 ad.
Wow.
She does all of her top of funnel herself.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you.
We do the retargeting. So if that gives you like my personal ad budget is under $1,000 a month. Like I don't spend a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now I don't feel quite so overwhelmed and I know where to go to start. Yay. Thank you.
Message me after here. I'll hook you up with something I think is going to be very helpful for you.
I'll message you right now. Thank you.
Absolutely. Delicia, you're having issues with your personal ad account. Darling, there is no way to expedite this. I'm sorry. I'm having to deal with a client. Literally, their ad account got shut down this afternoon. This is my world. That's why people pay us the big bucks, right?
Right. So I just figured, I was like, well, let me just check and make sure there's not something I don't know about. So I figured I would ask you.
Oh, I know. It sucks. Like I literally was like, well, I guess we're gonna start drinking wine at 3:00 today.
Yep. Feel you. Cool. Well, no worries. I can wait it out. I've got an alt account that I was changing the email address on, like an account I've never run ads with, never been connected to Business Manager in case I needed to use that as a backup. So I'm just waiting on that account.
You said it was your personal ad account. Will it let you create it? Do you have an ad account that's inside Business Manager that has all of the goodies in it, or?
Yeah. So for this client, they added me as an employee because that was how they had their Business Manager or whatever. But they added me as an employee, so they used my personal ad account to add to the Business Manager, so that I would be. And he thinks maybe what happened is because.
Wait, why did you add your personal ad account to their Business Manager?
Well, that's what I wondered too. But he said it was just the way they had just set up. I guess they had. Anyway, something about they had to change their account or something, their account. And so they just added me as an employee.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Have your own, have your own Business Manager, right? You request access to their ad account. Yeah. You request access to their ad account and their page, and it ends up in your Business Manager. You don't touch their stuff.
Okay. But they're managing like 14 other ad accounts and pages. So that was, he said he had to add me as an employee. So that would be like adding me under my business manager to their business manager to manage those accounts. Like that'd be like 3 levels, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
But why did you have to add your ad account? I don't understand why they added your ad account.
I don't know. This is new to me.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. They should have just added you as a partner inside their business manager.
Oh, that probably would have worked, because then I would still have access to the ad accounts that way.
Yep.
Okay. He thinks what happened is that probably because they gave me access to 14 ad accounts all at one time, that it might have like triggered some kind of flag or something.
No, what happened was they could have triggered because they did something with your personal ad account. I don't like to do anything with personal ad accounts. Like I always tell people, we're not going to run ads from your personal ad account. We're not going to add it. Like we're just going to like start over in Business Manager, because Facebook hates personal ad accounts.
Hopefully that didn't mess everything up. Well, I'm just waiting on them to, and I tried to.
You should be fine. You should be fine. My personal ad account got shut down like 3 years ago.
Yeah, except
And
my
profile has been restricted. And if anyone else is like running ads for agencies, one thing to be very careful of is uploading custom lists from your clients. Like my clients, the last 3 times that I've gotten a list, like an email list from a client, my profile has gotten restricted, which is, I don't know if anyone of you have ever been in, like, that's the worst type of thing that you could do. There's the ad account shutdown, there's the business manager shutdown, and then there's the profile shutdown, which is the big FU from Facebook, because then no matter what, you can't do anything. Like I had to run all my agency from my wife's account. I got it back, but it's like through like 2 months of consistently appealing. It's such a freaking pain.
Yeah, I've never had anything shut down before. When I logged in, because they had given me access the night before, and then I logged in that morning to kind of like take a look at the dashboards, I was like, what is this?
Oh my God, it is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. I finally got all my stuff back, but it's just, and what my conclusion to what happened, and I'm pretty sure this is what happened, I think my clients are giving me scraped lists. I think they're giving me like LinkedIn lists or like scraped lists. And so now I have a policy within my agency. I do not upload any email list. I'm like, if you guys want me to target your email list, you're gonna have to upload it on your end yourself and take on that risk.
Yeah. So I went in, and as soon as I get access back, I'm gonna go in and just clean up, and like anybody that I still have old clients I haven't worked with in a while that are inactive, I'll just go ahead and remove myself from them too. He said that might have been another thing that might have flagged it, I guess, is that a lot of my old clients that I'm not currently running ads with or running ads for, they like keeping me on so that if they want to pop in and run a short campaign somewhere, they can. But I'm just going through and cleaning it up and kind of removing myself from those for right now.
Girl, I've inherited ad accounts. Like, remember before Facebook like created like the business manager? Whenever like I had old clients that like their ad accounts somehow attached to my business manager, and I'm just like, oh my God, and you can't get rid of them. I'm like, oh my God, like I've got like 7 business managers somehow. I don't even know. Everyone's like, how the hell did you end up with 7 business managers? You're only supposed to have 2. I'm like, I don't know, but I don't want them.
Yeah, I think I've got 2 or 3 myself. Old school power editor. Okay.
Oh my God. See, Tina said, one more question. How much should I budget on a daily basis? Tina, usually I do $10 to $20 per ad set. Yep. And so Erica says, is that per month or lifetime value? That is lifetime value. So each one of you guys are worth like $369 lifetime value. So I know I could spend, even though I don't spend a lot to acquire a customer, I spend about $4 or $5 to acquire a $7. But and that's Heather, that's what I'm gonna send you something that's gonna, I think, help. Leonard says bourbon barrel. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, pour that over here, Leonard. That's actually my favorite wine ever, is the bourbon barrel aged Cabernet. And I'm not even lying. Like if I go in there, like it's full of like bourbon barrel Cabernet. Yeah. Totally my favorite. And you know who makes a really good one? Well, my favorite is Cooper and Thief. Have you ever had Cooper and Thief? They make my favorite one. But my second favorite one, like if I'm at like, I don't know, like the drugstore, like CVS or something, Apothic Inferno is freaking good for like a $14 bottle of wine. Let's see. Jamila, she says, hello. Let's see. On our last call, you recommend to spend $300 on ads to find my target audience. How would you spend $300? How much per day and how much target audiences? Is there another way to spend? I need to know a little bit. Sorry, I've got a lot of students that I've answered that question for. Can you give me a little bit more info?
Yes. Hi. Yes, we spoke, I believe like maybe 2 Tuesdays ago, but
I remember.
Yes. So, I think it's because I was spending too low on my target amount. The issue is that usually I spend like maybe $5 here, $10 there, and I have no clue the proper way of how to spend on my ads account.
What is the goal of your ads? Remind me.
It was the soothing balm for the eczema skin or sensitive skin issues. Yes.
So I would do $10 a day per ad set.
Okay. So will it be the 7 ad set, or can I go a little lower? That way I don't spend too much money at the time, or how do you recommend that?
So I would say that again.
Yeah. So should it be 7 ad sets, or should it be maybe 3?
If you're only going to spend $300, you probably don't want 7 ad sets. If you're going to spend $300, think about this. It's going to be $10 a day per ad set. So you're looking at $300 for a month with 1 ad set.
Okay. So at least the minimum is about get $10.
Yep.
Okay.
I would, like on a conversion ad, like if we're doing like video views and stuff, I think $5 is fine. $5 might even be okay for a lead magnet, but if you're doing conversion campaigns for purchases, you're looking at $10 per day.
At least 10.
I would.
Okay.
You're not going to get any good data otherwise.
Yeah, I've tried $5 and I saw that I didn't really get too many results there. When I did 10, I got like a couple sales here. It wasn't consistent, but I did notice a difference. So yep. I was trying to go for 5, but I guess I'll stick with 10.
Yeah, that's okay. Like it's one of those things, like $10 a day, because you want to give Facebook as much data. And like if we're at $5 a day, Facebook's trying to optimize, especially when you're optimizing for conversions, is trying to find, like, if you have a small budget but a big audience, it's going to take Facebook a long time to find those people who are likely to buy, right? And so the more money we can put, and that's why, like, a lot of my clients, if they have, like, let's say a $5,000 a month budget, and they're the first time working with me, I'm probably going to spend $3,000 in the first week just testing to hurry up and get the data so that I can calibrate for the rest of the month.
Okay. And what I love about your approach too, because I did mention, I read somewhere about layering your ads, your audience. I was taught only one audience at a time.
Absolutely.
So I can add more layers to it. Okay.
I would add layers, and that's a really good segment into, I saw Leonard had a question, how would you target personal development authors? So I would do a layering technique. And this is something that I did with one of my clients who teaches people, he teaches leaders how to turn their expertise into a book. And what we did was we literally targeted a whole bunch of like the leadership type interest in the first one. And then we would click narrow down, and then we had all kinds of like programs and books that taught people like how to be authors, and the American like Writers Association, all of this stuff. And then again, we targeted more personal development type stuff at the bottom. So we had 3 different layers in order to get who we wanted to target, right? Because when we're using when we're using a layer effect, we're telling Facebook they have to be interested in this. They must also be interested in this, and they must also be interested in this. So if we group our audiences, so if we have 5 or 6 interests, then narrow down to 5 or 6 more interests, and then layer it down to 5 or 6 more interests, that's giving Facebook a lot of room to find people who have to be interested in all 3 things. Does that make sense, Leonard? Yep. Awesome. Cool.
Yes, perfect sense. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. That was a really, really good question. Awesome. I had fun with you guys tonight. We're a very small group tonight. I love these small groups. The only bad thing is I remember who was on this call, and then I start stalking you guys to see if you guys are following through.
Stalk me, please. I've been bad, but I'm going to get better.
Stalk me, please. I've been bad. Nah, no. Everyone who shows up for the calls, like, I just want to make sure that you guys are taken care of, and like, it's amazing to me, like how small we could still have like these calls and stuff, even though we have like over 1,000 members. It's awesome. I love
I'm
this.
surprised there's not a lot more people on
That's
here.
why I don't overly promote it as a purpose. It's like, okay, if they don't get the 2 emails and they don't like put it in their calendar, I'm not gonna like chase. I'm not about chasing people. I know the people who want to be here are gonna be here, so that's why I do that. So thank you guys for like joining me for a glass of wine tonight. It was fun. My wife will tell you I'm a geek when it comes to this kind of stuff. Are you drinking water? Is that a thing full of vodka?
Unfortunately, it's just water.
Well, me and Leonard, I guess, are gonna go and drink our wine by ourselves.
Hey, Laurel,
very
did you see my question before we hang up?
Let's see.
I totally only did the one ad set.
What do you
So
mean
do
you
I-
only did the one that?
So they're all on one ad set.
No,
Because
they're on different campaigns. I mean, they're all on different ad sets.
Okay, so the very first campaign that I did.
Share your screen one more time.
All right, yeah.
Because I saw that they were on different ad sets. Because each ad set was people who watched 25% or more of the first video. I saw that. You did it right.
But the first video, there's only one of those.
That's okay. If you want, you could add more ad sets to the first video. You're not doing anything wrong.
Right, but I'm supposed to be adding more of those, right?
If you have the budget to.
Yeah, because this
If
one.
if you go back to this and your tier 1, so your original.
Yeah.
Yep, uncheck the other one. Yep, and go here and go to ad sets. Yep.
So it's only one.
Yeah, that's okay. If you want, you can duplicate it and put it under multiple ad sets. You don't have to, but you can. You could either add more budget to this because it's doing so well, or you can test new audiences.
Okay, so this would be direct competition. This is the only one that I can think of that's like super, like they are targeting Latin America and they are a company that does exactly.
Then I would just repeatedly add 20% of budget to this every single day.
Every day. Mm-hmm. So right now it's at $10, but this is the beginning.
So tomorrow. So yeah, exactly. Because you remember, all of your other ads are dependent on the audience coming from this video. So you always want to like make sure that this pipeline is consistently full.
Okay. All right. So, but what I'd like to do, I think is, so this one is Latin America, and I didn't do Mexico. So I think I'll do an exact same one like this, but for just Mexico. Yep. So I'll have the 2, and then I can start adding to them to see. So if I do that, then I have to do a full new campaign, like just exactly.
Nope, you're just gonna add. Nope, you're gonna add it to that ad set. You're gonna duplicate, but first you're gonna steal the ad. Remember the ad ID number, because you want the social proof or whatever to be underneath this one ad.
Okay. Okay, and then would it be splitting the money from this one, or would it be?
You would have to, if you want
add more money.
Yep, you're gonna duplicate it and put more ad. It's gonna be another budget.
Okay, so each time I do a new ad set, it can be its own money. Okay, that's good, because that way
it will be. You want it to be that way.
Okay. And then the ads will be the exact same, but then that's when I copy the thing from the ads, right?
Yep, from this one, yep. Because what you want is you only have that one video at the top, and then they have to watch this one video at the top to see any of these other videos. So you want to put your most budget at this top video. Like you want to put a majority of your budget on there.
Okay. All right.
Otherwise, it's not going to trickle down to the other videos.
Okay. So the Mexico one is going to go to this same video.
Exactly.
Okay. I got it. Okay. I'm going to try that tonight.
You got this. You're doing good. You're doing good. Erica sent me a message earlier this week. I did it all wrong. No, you didn't.
That's too funny. I have no idea where to. Okay, I'll stop my share. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, you guys have an amazing night.
Enjoy your vino. Cheers.
You too.
I got
Have a great
I
night.
got a whole glass to drink. Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Have a good night.
You too. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.